Hi, this is Kerry Artek with Wicked Stocks, bringing you an individual stock pick in Nvidia Corporation, symbol NVDA, recorded Monday, March 21st, 2022. Here's the fundamental data, basic fundamental data, courtesy of Yahoo Finance. You can see that. And I'm going to just jump into the charts here. These are all weekly bar charts on NVIDIA. This particular one goes back to 2016. And we're going to zoom in this area here, the red square, and show you that there is, based on the last couple of months' activity, there is a horizontal channel structure, which, if settled above by a 1% margin, would represent a meaningful buy signal into, let's just call it through April. It could take as little as 3 to 5 weeks, or it might take several months to reach the next target. This channel top is at 266.86 this week, dropping 40 cents a week. So next week, it'll be 266.46. This is for the week of Monday, March 21st, all week long, 266.86. Now, we've pushed through it by a bit. We've even pushed through it by the meaningful 1% margin, which this week is 269.52. So a 1% margin, a 1% violation of 266.86 is 269.52. In other words, if you've been following our Wicked Stocks stock picks, you know that on these weekly charts, we like the 1% violation threshold. In other words, if we close to say at 267 even any day this week, and certainly on Friday, March 25th, if we close at 267 even, that would be inside the 1% zone. We like to see a settlement this week at 269.52 or higher. Now, any day this week is in itself a buy signal, but certainly with regard to finality and closure on that buy signal, it would be a Friday, March 25th settlement at 269.52 or higher. And that should provide the buy signal then that would yield the 339.73 area. And so you can act intra-week on these buy signals. That's the point we've made. But you could scale into a long position. Say you could buy half of your ultimate position if we close at 269.52 or higher. And the other half would be as the Friday afternoon, as Friday afternoon continues out, assuming we also close the week at 269.52 or higher, the other half. That's just an idea. Now, as it turns out, there is a former channel bottom that we closed below a couple of months ago in January, and it this week is at 270.25. Which is just above 269.52, the 1% violation. So I'm putting it out there that for this week, you may give it a little bit more than a 1% violation. 270.25. We pushed through that a little bit on Monday morning as well with the 271.51 high, roughly. I think that's what the high is. In any event, this is rising, this former channel bottom, at 311 a week. And so for this week, I think it's worth waiting to see if we close any day above 270.25, and the week itself, Friday, March 25th, at 270.25 or higher. Now, you can act on 269.52. I don't have a strong argument against that, but I think at least for this week, it would be good to wait for a settlement above 270.25. So you could say this is kind of a range of resistance this week. Begins at 266.86 and ends at 270.25. And so if we close at 270.25 or higher any day this week and at the end of the week, then we have a clear buy signal that I think over the next several months should yield that 339.73 channel top, which is also dropping at 40 cents a week. It's an extreme channel top. Now, we could reach that area, 339.73, in as little as 3 to 5 weeks. And so this will be an appreciable gain that you could make if we close above the 266.86 formation, once again by a 1% margin, 269.52. And as far as this week is concerned, you may wait for 270.25. I'll leave that up to you, but know that closing 1% above that 266.86 formation by a 1% margin as we continue through April and into May would be considered a valid buy signal, And for this week, the 270.25 former channel bottom is important. But as we continue through time, I think really what you need to follow is the horizontal channel buy signal above 266.86, and then sort of ignoring that former channel bottom this week at 270.25 as we continue through April, because I think if we close above 266.86 by the 1% margin, it's just a matter of time before we take out that former channel bottom, with the 330s and the 339.73 formation then expected over the next several months, possibly within 3 to 5 weeks, where we could top out on a monthly, possibly quarterly basis. Until then, and we are trading presently as I speak below the 266.86 formation. We've pushed through it on an intra-week basis. We've not closed above it on a daily basis this week at all, because I'm recording it on Monday. And of course, if we do so by a 1% margin, we're in buy signal territory. But until then, this is an area that just may hold highs through April trade, because from here over the next 2 to 3 to 5 weeks, we can fall back to a sort of a new channel bottom that is presently at 207.26 and rising about 38 cents a week. And this is based entirely on the high of 271.61 this Monday. So, I guess the point I'm making here, if we push on to new highs, 275, 280 this week, for instance, that channel bottom will change. But as long as this high on Monday at 271.61 holds, then falling off from here in this resistance area that I've outlined at 266.86 already, then the 207.26 area is actually in reach by the end of April, I will say. Possibly over the next 1 to 2 weeks, given the recently heightened volatility, but it could take every bit of 3 to 5 weeks, end of April, before reaching 207.26. I think that pretty much summarizes it. Once again, if we close above 266.86 at the end of this week by the 1% margin, or any week through April by the 1% margin, we have a valid buy signal into the upper 330s that should take place within 2 to 3 months, possibly much less. And you want to do that by a 1% margin this week of 269.52 or higher. And for this week alone, I just wanted to mention that we have a channel top that you may wait to settle above before climbing on board to the upside. And I think that would be a pretty nice buy signal from the 270s into the 330s. That's going to be, at least 20% returns on that trade. That's all I've got, actually. It's all that really needs to be said here for this particular stock pick on Nvidia Corporation, symbol NVDA, filmed on Monday, March 21st. You have a great day.